Summers with the Manchester team of Keller Williams, and I'm so excited to be here today with Chris Tweedie of Confidence Building Inspections. And Chris, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So one of the hot topics right now with homeowners is keeping the heat inside the house.
Oh boy.
Talk to me about it as an inspector that does hundreds of inspections a year.
Well, obviously as a home inspector, we're looking for opportunities for heat to get out of a home. I think kind of what would be useful for a new homeowner to know is ways they can keep their home efficient. Especially in the cold that we're experiencing right now. I mean, we're going to have some really crazy temperatures coming this weekend. There's just some basic things you can do to start. One would be something I see often when I'm looking at homes. I see the windows are not locked and sealed properly. Not only does that allow heat to get out, it also can cause condensation damage on your windows from the heat exchange going on. So those are some, that's a basic thing you can do. Another one is obviously make sure all your doors, especially the ones you don't use often, are snug and shut. There's a lot of talk about what's the best temperature in my home, and especially if you have an older home or you have a heating system that's not that efficient. Energy.gov always recommends keeping your home at 68 degrees, which I know will cause a lot of fights in some homes. Some people just want it the hotter the better, especially when we have extreme temperatures. But the truth of that is if you can maintain 68, especially in extreme temperatures, you won't overwork your system. Some people will, turn it up as hot as they can because of this extreme weather, and they can overwork their system and lead to a repair. So 68 degrees is the ideal temperature to keep your home. There's some money saving tips with that. If you're not going to be home for maybe like 8 hours a day, turning your temperature down about another 10 degrees. There's other considerations, of course, if you have houseplants or animals. But that'll save about 5 to 15% on your heating bills. So maintaining that temperature is pretty ideal, especially, and even if you're going to leave it constant, 68 degrees is kind of the ideal temperature for efficiency and less stress on your systems. Probably the other part we could talk about would probably be insulation in a home. There's two big points in your home where heat is lost, and that's around your foundation and in your attic. So a good way to see if your basement is efficient is going down in the basement and looking at your sill plate or your perimeter sill. And basically that is the beam that travels around the perimeter of your foundation that your floor joists are attached to.
Okay.
So
I'm in my basement.
Yep.
Okay.
So where your joists are attached, there's probably about a 14-inch gap between these boards. You should look to see if there is insulation there.
Okay.
That is where a home loses most of its efficiency. So a person anybody could cut pieces of fiberglass insulation and stuff it in there.
Yep.
That'll gain a lot of efficiency that way. If you're really ambitious and want to go out and look in your attic and see what's going on up there, we're looking for what they call an R value. Now, R value is a measure of retention or against heat loss.
Okay.
It's the measurement of the barrier.
Yep.
So they look for an R value in insulation. You hear that a lot, of 38 or 39 here in our New England states. And what that equates to is about 10 to 14 inches of insulation, depending on the type of insulation you use. So another thing you could do is even just go out and check, measure it. How deep is my insulation? You may have blown insulation. You may have fiberglass insulation. That'll go a long way to heat your home as well.
Wonderful. Great information. This is Ruth Summers with the Manchester team of Keller Williams, and this is great information brought to you today by Chris Tweedie of Confidence Building Inspections. Call us.
And call me. If I can ever help you out with a question on your home, you can find us online at confidenceinspections.com, based right here in Portland. Thank you.